What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And as I do Monday through Friday, I am working on something for my junk journals. I am working today on some fabric tags that I made here. I got this idea actually from Pinterest. Hi, Patricia. I got this idea from Pinterest, and it is actually a really nice soft tag. As you can see, it's really thick, and there's Peltex number 72F, which is basically a stabilizer. It is basically felt with adhesive on both sides. That's the general idea. Hi, Dakota. That is the general idea for the Peltex number 72. It is pretty much felt with adhesive on both sides. So this is what we're going to be making today, and I made this using a bunch of little strips of fabric. So let's get to it. So this is a little rectangle Peltex 72F. It's either going to come in a roll by the yard or in a roll like with half a yard or something in there with it. So and it is glue. It has glue on both sides, but when you are adhering stuff on one side, it doesn't melt the glue on the other side. So that's good. And I'm just using strips of fabric here, kind of overlaying them just a tiny bit. Not by too much, but just a little bit. They will be overlaid. And I'm just going to use, and these are just a bunch of 3/4 inch strips. You could have, of course, used different size strips if that's what you want to do. But I'm just using 1/4 inch strips. And let me grab another one. Layer them all the way down to the bottom. Now, you do want to be careful. I found out the hard way. Some of these, because these are bed sheets, right? These are not, this is not like actual fabric. These are bed sheets. So I come to find out that some bed sheets are more plastic than actual fabric. And one of them melted on me, literally melted under the heat. So here we go. I'm just going to add a little bit of pressure, and I have my iron here set on the hottest setting that it can go on. It's really, really hot. And now, kind of melted the glue on the bottom a little bit. Not too much, it's okay. Now, all the fabric is adhered to there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in with my scissors here and trim it down to size. And I made my tags almost 3 inches by 5 inches in most cases. Some of them might be 6 inches, but in most cases they are 5 inches tall. Okay, so that's what it looks like right there. And these are just scrap fabrics that you could use for the next tag. Hi, Jane. Welcome, girl. Okay, so now we have this right here, this rectangle. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to sew all along right here. You could actually sew through this Peltex 72. Like I said, you could also just adhere, use your heat and bond on 2 sides of felt. Literally, it's the same stuff. So let me see. I think I'm going to use those little stars that I love, number 27. I'm using my little sewing machine, the Brothers Project Runway Limited Edition CE1125PRW. Hi, Liz. Welcome, girl. And I'm going to be using this one stitch that is really cute. It's almost like stars. So it's number 27 on here. And I'm going to make it the longest, widest stitch I possibly can. This is going to be so cute. And I'm using red thread today. So you know it's going to stand out nice and cute. And again, this is just basically felt, so you could sew right through it with no issues whatsoever. Isn't that adorable? That looks so cute. I love it. Hi, River City Creative. I love that stitch. I think I'm going to do that probably every other line. I'll do another stitch in between. I just don't want to forget about the setting. So, but I did just use the longest one. So Okay. Let's do this one. That red thread looks so cute. Welcome, welcome everybody. Okay, so now we need to do a different stitch. Okay, I had to fix that little bit right there. Okay, so let's do that stitch that I was doing. It's just kind of straight, and then it has stitches that go off to the side, and it looks really cute, really quilt-like. And again, I'm just making it the biggest, longest it can be. That looks so cute. I'm going to do those in between the stars. Because why not? All right. So now we have this right here, and it looks adorable. I basically sewed down all in between the lines, and it just looks so cute. And of course, you guys can decide how much of these strings you want showing. You guys know me, I don't like too much string, but I will leave a little bit so that they look a little cute, a little bit. So does that have strings? Yes, of course it has strings. Okay. Sorry, this part kills me. I can't have them too long. Okay. So now we have to add the fabric to the back of this. Again, this is double-sided adhesive, so it has adhesive on this side as well. Let me go grab a scrap of fabric that I have. I'm literally going to. Oh, here. This is cute. This is cute. This is cute. Okay, so I have a scrap of fabric to put on the back of it. Thank you, Lori. Hi, Joycey. Welcome. Okay, so I have a friend called Joyce, and I call her Joycey. And we're just going to adhere this fabric right onto the back of this. Leave it. I'm going to leave the heat on there for a minute. Okay. Do a little bit more just in case. Okay. So now it's glued on. And you could wait till it cools down and be smart, or you could be like me and just touch it when it's hot. Oh no, I'm cutting off all the threads. I said I wasn't going to cut. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, so again, it's still a rectangle. So we still have to make it into a tag shape. So that's the fabric on the back. And now, since I can't put it through my mini tag maker, I made a tag, not exactly the same size, but it has the angles that I want. And so now all I'm going to do is put it up against the rectangle fabric, and I'm just going to cut off just like that. And now on this other side as well. And snip. Now, the last thing that I want to do, or actually let me go ahead and do the straight stitch on here to kind of, I like to go around the whole border, so that's what I'm doing right now. With just a decorative straight stitch. Straight stitch. On Did I do regular setting? Yeah, I did do regular setting. Okay, we're going to do regular setting then. Normally I'd make it the longest straight stitch, but I guess there's no need to. Sorry, I have to concentrate with straight stitch. It makes me need to concentrate. And I think I forgot to back stitch back here. Gosh darn it. You definitely want to back stitch here. This one. The only way I have improved my straight stitch is by just doing straight stitch over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay, so now we have the outline, and I like how it looks like on the back. Okay, so now I have to make the little hole to make it an actual tag. So let me go get that tool. It's right here. I'm gonna get a little eyelet. I'm gonna use a little white eyelet here. So basically what I did, because I can't punch a hole with this machine right here, it's too thick. I kind of just lined it up with the guidelines so that I could see where the middle of this tag is. So I'm just looking at the guidelines here. And I'm looking right here. Right here is where it would punch. So I'm going to just make a little circle right here. Maybe we could put it a little lower, I guess. Yeah, a little lower. Okay, so right here. Instead. And I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile. And I'm going to set it to the punch a hole setting. And I'm using 3/16 sized eyelets. So I punched a little hole out for me. Put in the eyelet. Put it on the eyelet setting and on the correct thing down here, which you have to figure out. It's hard to show. And then you crunch down. Crunch it down, and then it's good for you, and you're done. And that is your tag. 15 minutes, and it doesn't take much. And then all I did was, tie a little ribbon on top. But isn't that adorable, you guys? I love it. So I'm going to make a couple more, just so you guys get the general idea of how it's done. And if you guys are done watching the... Some people don't want to watch an hour-long tutorial, but that's fine. I'm just going to keep doing it over and over and over. So here's another piece of Peltex 72F. And I have more strips here. And this fabric is really like rough. So you can actually, like, the fabric really clings to it and it doesn't really move around, which is nice. But of course you want to make it a little bit, farther away from how it's supposed to be in case it shifts. Get more strips here. You could obviously make them go like this way if you wanted to. Maybe we could do one this way right now, just for the fun of it. Why not? Let's just try it. I overlap the fabric a little bit, not by too much, but I do overlap it. And let me get more fabric strips. And like I said earlier, do beware, because some of your fabric, if you're using bed sheets like I am, some of your fabric is more plastic than fabric. And I have burnt holes, you guys. I burnt the fabric because it's literally not even, It's not even fabric, it's more plastic. Okay, so we're going to lay them like that. I'm going to keep this going. Luckily, I have lots of types of fabrics, so I'm spoiled like that. And then we got this last little teeny tiny bit right here. Here's a little piece. Okay, so now let's get that ironed. Again, the fabric for the most part holds down. Oops, sorry, I didn't know I wasn't showing it. For the most part, this does stay down. And like I said, they don't really shift around, and I haven't had an issue with it. I do suggest that you go get your Peltex 72F from Joann's and use a coupon. That is actually the easiest, cheapest way to do this, to buy it. It's more expensive on Amazon, and of course, I don't even think Michael's even carries it. Okay, that one kind of glued down a little bit, but it's okay. It's not too much. I could use a piece of heat and bond right now. We can use this underneath to iron if we want, so that way it doesn't stick to our mat. Okay, so let's cut this out here. And of course, from all of my projects, I have scraps and scraps and scraps. So I'm actually going to put together some fabric scrap listings on my shop soon. I have way too many scraps, and there's so many projects you can do with scraps. However, I have too many scraps already. So I need to get rid of some. Okay, so this looks really cute like that on the diagonal. Looks beautiful, actually. And let me get a piece of fabric so I can put on the back of that. What do I have? I'm looking through my piles of fabric pieces. Oh, here's something. Okay, so this one's got this blue design on the back of it. So that's what we're going to use. My scraps and scraps and scraps. Okay, so here, this will go right. I want this flowers right here to show on the tag. So this is really thin fabric, so it shouldn't take much to bond it. Again, I do have my iron on the hottest setting. Oh, I forgot to go through this and use my sewing machine. Okay, so this one we won't sew. This one will be a no sew, because you could actually do this also without using your sewing machine, of course. You don't have to use your sewing machine at all. You could just have strips and lay them down on the tack and use it like that. Like that. I just think that looks adorable. Just by itself with no sewing. So you can also just use felt and that 3M adhesive spray. Yeah, I just don't like spraying stuff. That doesn't fly with me. But yeah, you could also do that. Just felt. You do want a nice thick felt. I did buy some felt from the dollar store, and it's not very thick. I don't know how it would be with fabric, but it's not the thickest. But this is really, really nice thick felt. Okay, so this is our project here. Now I gotta cut this out. Could have definitely cut my knuckle right there, but I didn't. Okay, so here's this. And again, I should have sewn on it. You know what? I'm going to do it anyways. You know what? I think I'll just use a straight stitch. But I still want to sew on it. I can't help myself, you guys. Can't help myself. I think I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. Yeah, that'll look cute. A little zigzag. and it'll even look cute on the back, I think. We'll see. Let's see if I was right or wrong. Just basically following the line of the fabric. But you know, oddly enough, I thought like I could use fabric and my, felt and my heat and bond, but it's actually cheaper just to buy the Peltex 72 by the yard. So if you want to use up your supplies, you can do that. If you want to, make it the easiest way, then go ahead and get your Peltex 72. Ugh, okay, I got a sew on it. It's gonna be messed up on the back, but actually that looks kind of cute too. I'm not mad at it. I ain't mad at it. That does look pretty cute. Okay, let me think. I messed up there. One of the little threads got caught. It wasn't my fault. Oh my goodness, so many threads everywhere. They all get cut off eventually anyways. Okay. So this time I went ahead and I actually sewed on the other side too. But, it's okay. It's okay. So now I'm going to do, I'm just going to zigzag stitch all the way around. Okay, here it is. Thank you, Carol. Isn't this cute? Strings everywhere, but she's still cute though. She's still cute. Okay, so let me go get an eyelet. Okay. And then my teeny tiny little machine here. Machine, it's not a machine. Okay, and then I need my tag maker so I can figure out where the center is here. Again, it's not going to punch it, but it helps me guide myself to where the middle should be or would be. And I just dropped, oops. Sorry. I was making my little incision over here of where I'm going to punch using my Crocodile Big Bite. It's a little hard to get on camera, but basically it punches. If you lose weight and you need to make a notch on your belt, this will help you. This is your best friend when you're losing weight. Okay. That's my husband. Okay. Here it is, and now I punched it, and now we get our little eyelet. Where did it go? Where did the eyelet go? Did I lose it? I lost it. Now here it is. Haha. Then it also sets your little eyelets too. Oh, I didn't put it to the setting. Oh my goodness, it's so picky. And you punch it down, and it spreads your little eyelet out for you. Kind of messed that up, but that's okay. It's okay though. Try and fix it, but hey, that's okay. Still punched through. It still kind of worked. still gonna say it worked. Okay, so let's do another one. These are just so much fun, and again, here's a couple different ways that you can do them. Just by, you know, putting your fabrics. I think I'm gonna do one with the strips going this way. That'll be fun. Let's do that next. Have another little Peltex 72 rectangle here. Now I have a bunch of little teeny tiny scraps, of course. Okay, so let's get this going. Gonna lay the fabrics down. This one doesn't have a lot much on it actually, so never mind. This is beautiful. Love it. Make sure you have the right side. I do that way too often where I use the wrong side. Okay, and then there's this one that's just too adorable. Let me just kind of move them up just a tiny bit. So this last one has a little bit of show. Okay, so now I laid my strips down again. The Peltex 72 is really like rough, and it kind of grips on to the fabric for you. So this is great. Still on my list to buy, I got the small one. Yes, the big one is great. Yes, use your coupon, you guys. I'm pretty sure I used a coupon and got it at Joann's or Michael's at some point. Don't forget to use your coupon. And I forgot to. It doesn't leave much glue behind, so you don't have to worry about that. I keep forgetting to move this over. Okay, so now we cut these out. Okay. This right here is to be trimmed down just a little bit. Okay, good. So now we got that done. So now let's get to the sewing machine. Definitely use your coupon for this stuff. For everything. For the Peltex, take a friend, have them use a coupon. That's what I do. I'm terrible. Let's see, number. You know what? I want to do a little scalloped. There's this pretty little scallop edge that I just adore. And longest, widest setting. Let's get to it. And I hold it because this kind of jerks it around. So I want to make sure that line stays in the center. Oh, I should have done a star on this one. Gosh darn it. Next time, I'm going to do a star because they look so cute. Okay, so here's what I did. I did these little scalloped edges. And it would have been cuter if I did stars right here. But what are you gonna do? I'll do that next one, I think. I really love the look of that. Okay, so let me get a piece of fabric to put on the back of it. 1 second. I need some fabric. I got this purple fabric. I think it'll fit. Again, I'm working with scraps here. Working with all my scraps of fabric. Okay. And bond. And let's lay this on the back here. And lay the iron on top. And I need to take a drink of water. So I hope everybody is having a good week so far. Oops, I think I clicked on my mouse. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get this melted. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. Okay. So again, let it cool down. Or just handle it like me. This is going to look so pretty with this in the background. I already love it. Okay, perfect. Now I've got this pretty little purple background. And let's cut out the sides. Where is my piece of cotton? Here it is. My template here for the corners. Careful with your knuckle. Don't do what I do. Stay safe out there. Okay, so there's that. And now again, I get my little tag punch here so I can see where the middle of this is. And then pencil mark where my hole is going to go. Sounds weird. Okay, so after you do that, let me get my iron out of my sewing machine's face, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the hole in it. It's 3/16 of an inch if you wanted to know the size that I'm using. That's what I'm using. And then let me get an eyelet. 1 second. And I do have different colored eyelets, but I don't know. I just want to put white ones in these ones because I think they look cute against all the weird fabric that's got going on. You could also put pieces of yarn or thread. Yeah. Would this work on cardstock or would it be too wavy? It might be too wavy. Actually, I have done this. Let me show you. I've done this with fabric. Okay, here it is. So here's what I did. This is basically the same thing as I'm doing right now, but this is on book paper. And I'm trying to see how many layers, but it's just really, really, I think I used like maybe 2 or 4 sheets of this book paper because it was really, really light. So try it on a piece of cardstock. Actually, yeah, it would work on a piece of cardstock because I've done that also on a journal that I made with fabric, heat and bond, and then cardstock. So yeah, you could actually with cardstock. It would make it thick. Where did you get the large scissors? These ones? These I got at Michael's. I wouldn't recommend them really. I really wouldn't recommend them. They always pinch me right here. They always pinch me. Daisy, how do you embellish them when you add them to journals? Do you add a piece of blank paper to your journal on? Or you just decorate them more with bits of lace and ephemera? I decorate every single page. I actually have a journal that I need to decorate. Ooh, I haven't done the edge, so what am I doing? I actually have a junk journal that I need to decorate, so if you stay tuned, maybe tomorrow I'll come back and actually decorate it. But I have lots and lots of videos on my channel on stuff on how I decorate stuff. I make a lot of embellishments first, and then I go ahead and decorate every page. I don't really embellish these, I guess, much when I add them to my journals. This is already embellished enough. Just add a little, a little bow right here, and then I'll just attach it with a paper clip probably. more than likely. Okay, so let's go ahead and straight stitch this around. Okay. And I forgot have to back stitch on the last ones. I did not back stitch, but you definitely want to back stitch. If you use heat and bond instead of the Peltex, it works the same way. So like I said, paper, heat and bond. You could use cardstock. You could use cardstock, definitely. And then with the fabric, it does make it a lot stiffer. Or you could glue two pieces of cardstock together, and that might be even better for you. A little bit more stable. This one. And then back stitch to finish it off. You could also put pieces of yarn or thread. Yeah. You mean like right here? Pieces of yarn or thread up here? Yeah. Okay, so here is, I got my thing again. I'm going to set it. Okay. Sometimes it shifts on you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hang on, that is not right. That did not do that correctly. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is happening right now? Okay. Let's try this again. Luckily, you could try it a couple times. I think I got it this time. Yep, I did. Okay, we're good. So here's this one. So I want to try another one actually where I do the scalloped, and then right here I'm going to do stars, and then I'm going to do this one going this way. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this one is, okay, so I had some Peltex 72, and then I had some regular Peltex. So let's see, what am I going to do with this? I can add heat and bond to the other side. I'll just add heat and bond to the other side, whatever. Okay, so this is Peltex 71F. And what I've come to find is that when Peltex says 72, when it's an odd number, like 72F, that means it's fusible on both sides. This one is 71F, and it's only fusible on one side. So I think that's their little code system. I think I cracked it. Okay, so let's get these on here. Actually, this might not be a good one. It might not be a good candidate for what I'm trying to do because it's kind of wide. Well, we'll see how many strips it takes. We'll see how many strips. Let's get some purple down here. Okay, yeah, this should work. And then we need one more strip. No, not this one. Not that one. Let's see. Oh, this brown one is cute. I don't know if it's long enough. Just barely. Okay, so like I said, this one's Peltex 71F. So it only has glue on one side. I read further up. Let me see. What did I miss? What did I miss? I don't want to miss anything. Get my little heat and bond up here. Let me see. Trying to read. What did Joyce say? I don't see it, Joyce. I don't see it. It starts with the take the tiny pieces. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for your name, Jane. I don't see it. Joyce, forgive me. I don't see it. I'm so sorry. I am blind. Okay, so here is this tag that we just made. So let's get these extra pieces off here. Cut off on this side. Okay, so now this tag, like I said, it actually doesn't have adhesive right here. So let me see, what are we gonna do? I have, oh wait, let me do my stitching first before I even think about that. Daisy is skipping steps. And that's not good. Okay, so let's do the scalloped edge. So number 65. And I use the longest, widest setting on it. This is going to look so cute. I'm already excited for it. Trying to keep it straight here. Okay. So after this one, I do the same thing but going the other way. Trying to get it here, trying to get it. Okay, so I'm going to already love this one so much. See, look, I did one stitch going one way, and then I turned it around, did the stitch going the other way. And now in the middle, I'm going to do my beautiful stars. So number 27 on my sewing machines. And longest, widest setting. Yes, I love this combo of stitches so much. Okay, some of the stitches let go. I don't know why. That's kind of annoying. It kind of messed them up down here. But I guess I'll live. I guess I'll have to live. My life will have to go on. Okay, but now, like I said, this one's Peltex 71F. And it has no, on the back here, there's no glue. So it's only fusible on one side. So what I can do is add adhesive, right? So this is Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. And I'm just going to adhere some glue onto it. And then I'll adhere my fabric. So it's basically the same thing. Practically the same thing. As like I said, it's basically felt with glue on two sides. So here's my Heat and Bond. Oops, I forgot to put another piece of Heat and Bond underneath it. No! Ah, that did get glue everywhere. No! I don't want to ruin my bat. Hang on. I gotta act quickly. Hang on. I'm going to try and get this glue to stick onto this piece of heat and bond right now. Hang on, I got to wait for it to cool down. Okay, this is how you fix that. So I got heat and bond on my mat. Okay, so now our heat and bond is done over here. And you just cut it off. And this is heat and bond ultra hold. And it's the red one. The ultra hold is good if you don't plan on sewing on your project, although you still can sew zigzag stitches and straight stitch, which is why I'm using it for this project right now. But the ultra hold, the heat and bond light is what you want to use if you want to do all these fancy stitches. If you're trying to do this and make it your own way with the heat and bond. This cool down yet? Not yet. Cool down. Okay, so let me get this over here. Let me do my little. Wait, what am I doing? I need to iron this. See right here now, it's got glue on it, so it's just like Peltex 72 now. What? Did it work? It's still got. I feel like I ruined my mat. Hang on, let me see if I can get it to glue to this piece of fabric here. Can I get it to glue? I'm trying to pick up this glue. It is really not working for me. Well, kind of. That did add glue to this. Right, it has glue on that side. Ugh. I feel like I ruined my mat. I'm going to have to buy a new mat now. Oh, well, it was fun while it lasted. Okay, so now I have to find fabric to go on the back of this. That's too big. So let me go find another piece of fabric that'll be good enough. So one second. It says I can't connect to the chat. I don't know why. It said I'm disconnected from the chat. So I can't see you guys chatting. I don't know what happened. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I can't see you guys. Okay, so I'm going to get this fabric here to glue onto the side of this fabric that has heat and bond on it. I swear to God, if I have glue on my iron, I'm gonna be so mad. I have to buy a new ironing mat and a new iron, you guys. What the heck? Okay, so that glued on, good. So I just gotta let it cool down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why I'm unable to connect to the chat. That is so sad, you guys. Now I can't see it. So maybe Choice did say something and Google is really weird. YouTube's acting all sorts of weird right now. Getting it all trimmed off, nice and pretty. And ready for the next steps. Okay. Just trying to trim this off here. Okay, so here's this tag. Now I have to get in here and cut off my little corners. This side. Again, I made myself a little template using my mini tag maker, just so I can get the corners just how I want them, even though I can't punch them out. Then I get the little tag maker back out, and I'm trying to figure out where the center of this tag is so I can put the hole in there. And I get a little pencil, and we are going to make the hole right here. Right here. I want to be able to see it. Okay. Get out our crocodile. Go to the punch setting. and this is 3/16. Make a nice punch. Okay. Now, I need an eyelet to put right there. We need to put it on the set option. See, you could always feel when there's something going wrong. This is not the easiest thing to do. So I will not be making a dozen of these at a time. And now we gotta sew around the edge here. So let's do that with this tag. Again, I'm sorry that YouTube has disconnected my chat. So if you're saying something, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't see it. Ugh, I ruined my mat. So sad. Okay, so we're gonna use a straight stitch here. Actually, no, let me use my little zigzag. I'm just gonna use a little zigzag stitch here around the edges. This side. Over here. We're almost done with this. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. You guys add something else to your little list of things you want to do for your junk journals. This was a lot of fun. I thought I made a couple more. I knew I made more than that. So these are the ones that I got done. This I did before, but I got these 4 done in the last hour. So they are quite a little bit of work, but they are totally worth it. And again, you can take out your strips of fabric, get out your Peltex 72, or get out some felt and your heat and bond. But like I said, the cheapest real option is to get the Peltex 72. It already has the adhesive on there, and you can buy it with your Joann's coupon. So thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode. I'm sorry that the chat disconnected, and I can't see if anybody else is saying anything else. I want to say thank you to Linda, thank you to Jane, thank you to Lori, thank you to Patricia, of course, Jane. Dakota's here, Joyce, Jane, Deline, River City Creative. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll be doing something else craft related. Bye, you guys.